Hi, thanks for watching my views on news. Breaking news for you from Ethiopia, where Fano fighters have re entered a key town. They retreated from this town a few weeks ago, and military claimed back then that it had retaken six main cities. This is one of the six main cities which were taken by the military and where curfew was imposed. In these six cities, curfew was imposed. But Fano fighters are back in this town. Fighting was ongoing in this town since yesterday. Fighting has been ongoing. Just a few minutes ago, we got confirmation from the ground. Secondly, where's Stuttgart, Germany, more than 200 Eritreans have been arrested. And most of the arrested are from Brigade Nehamido opposition Eritrean group. What happened in Stuttgart, Germany? Could it be a blow to Eritrean opposition Brigade Nehamido movement, which has been formed to stop Eritrean government-backed programs by force? Firstly, viewers, Ethiopia. It was more than a month ago when Fano fighters were in control of major towns and cities of the Amhara region. And military then launched a major counteroffensive. State of emergency was imposed. Temasgen Terone intelligence agency chief was appointed. Director General of Emergency Department. Command posts were established. The military retook big towns. Military claimed it as a victory, claimed that Fano fighters had suffered losses and they had to retreat from these big cities. The big cities which military retook were Debre Birhan, Shewa Robit, Gondar, then Debre Morkos and Lalibela. And after that, we saw that Gondar remained under military control. Fano has been unable to make incursions again into Gondar. Lalibela again under government control. Debre Birhan, government control. Debre Marcos, a little fluid situation there. Military took over Debre Marcos. Fano fighters re-entered. Their military tried to retake. So there has been a fluid situation there. What about Shewa Robit? Shewa Robit was taken over by military. Before that, we have been seeing Fano's presence in Shewa Robit for months. In Shewa Robit, head of security was assassinated. Shewa Robit city administration was the first administration in the Amhara region to flee. Mayor officials, they fled Shewa Robit weeks ago, before the start of military operation, before the start of Fano's full-fledged activities in the Amhara region. And before imposition of state of emergency, there was already curfew imposed in Shewa Robit. But after the imposition of state of emergency, a major counteroffensive was launched and Fano fighters had to retreat from Shewa Robit. But yesterday, heavy fighting resumed close to Shewa Robit. Rasa is close to Shewa Robit, and we know that Rasa and Majate are two areas in North Shore zone where Fano fighters are very organized. And that is why maybe in Majate a few days ago, Ethiopian military allegedly killed dozens of people suspected of supporting Fano fighters, because in Majate, Fano has big support. Same is the case with in Shewa Robit surroundings in Rasa too. Yesterday, heavy fighting resumed. We don't know if Fano fighters launched offensive on Shewa Robit or military went after Fano fighters and then Fano fighters pushed back military towards Shewa Robit. Whatever the case was. But since this morning, we have been monitoring the situation around Shewa Robit, heavy fighting there. A few hours ago, reportedly, Fano fighters re-entered Shewa Robit city. That is what we have learned from the ground. We must not forget there is curfew imposed in Shewa Robit under the state of emergency. So, under the state of emergency imposed curfew, Fano fighters have managed to make it to the Shewa Robit town. If Fano are in Shewa Robit, it means road is closed. Main road which connects Oromia with, which connects Addis Ababa through Oromia with Wollo. Because between Wollo and Addis Ababa, there is North Shore zone of the Amhara. It means main road is closed. Military has retreated from Shewa Robit in large number. Though a counter-offensive is likely. Can Fano remain in control of Shewa Robit? We'll have to wait and see. But Fano's re-entry in Shewa Robit, re-entry in Debre Marcos a few days ago is evidence enough that military took back some cities. It does not mean that Fano was destroyed. And that is what I said, if you remember. When military took back these big cities, I said Fano fighters had retreated, keeping their capabilities intact. People said, Sajid, you are supporting Fano. You are making these videos for views. You have started supporting Fano because you want more viewers. But my analysis was based on ground reality. I was accused of supporting TDF. I was accused of supporting Ola. I am being accused of supporting Fano. I don't care. But I want to ensure that reporting is correct. So, Fano fighters have made it to Shewa Robit. Will they try to remain inside the town or will they withdraw? That remains to be seen. But their re-entry in Shewa Robit in itself is an achievement. What happened in Kobo yesterday? Military tried to go after Fano fighters. Fano fighters pushed military back towards Kobo, and Fano reached the outskirts of Kobo city. Again, it was confirmed. It's not a rumor. There was heavy fighting around Kobo. Now, Shewa Robit. Military's claims of being in command, in control have been exposed. Arega Kabbede, the Amhara regional president, said, if you remember, a few days ago, that there was occasional guerrilla style fighting in some parts of the Amhara region. The region is relatively stable. This is the stability which he was talking about. So, Fano fighters back in Shewa Robit. We'll try to update you more in a coming video. Secondly was Eritrea. Hundreds of Eritreans have been arrested in a European country. Brigade Nihamido, since its formation, has attacked several Eritrean government-backed festivals, programs organized in Europe for decades. And so far, no tough action has been taken by European governments. These opposition members were arrested last year, this year, then released. Now, it seems that European countries could take some big decisions. After what happened in Germany a few weeks ago, a few months ago, and yesterday. In Stuttgart, Germany, there was a clash again between Eritrean communities, pro-government and Brigade Nihamido members. A cultural festival was being organized. These programs are cultural festivals according to Eritrean government, according to pro-Eritrean government groups. But opposition groups say that these are not cultural programs. Rather, Eritrean government is behind these programs. Eritrean government raises funds. It blackmails opposition workers through these programs. It launches anti-opposition, anti-democracy narratives through these programs. So there was a clash in Stuttgart, Germany yesterday between pro-government and opposition Eritrean groups. And more than 200 opposition Eritreans attacked the venue. Brigade Hamza members attacked the venue of the cultural festival. Police tried to intervene. Police requested reinforcements. Reinforcements arrived. Clashes between police and Brigade Hamza members. More than 20 were injured, including 2 police officers injured seriously. Other police officers injured too. And today, German Stuttgart police announced arrest of more than 200 Eritreans. 228 Eritreans have been arrested in Stuttgart, Germany after yesterday's violence. And in Germany, we know that in Gießen, earlier this year, there was a deadly clash between police and Brigade Hamza members. Again, dozens of police officers were injured too. Now, German police says this is the time to take decisive action. So, police is going to take decisive action. What is this decisive action going to be? We'll see. It seems that Brigade Hamza members could be in trouble. Why? Because they are the ones who are violating the terms and conditions which they agree on when they acquire permissions to protest. Wherever there is an Eritrean pro-government program, Brigade Hamza members acquire permission to protest in the vicinity. Then they violate their terms and conditions, they start marching towards the program and they attack the venue. That is what has been happening in Europe, Canada, America, Israel too. So now German police has announced to take strict action, decisive action against the Eritreans. 228 arrested and most of them are opposition Brigade Hamza members. Let's see what happens. Could this is the largest arrest of Brigade Hamza members so far. I have not seen more than 200 arrested so far recently in clashes between these groups of Eritreans in Europe, Canada, America. This is the biggest arrest so far. It means German police is up to something. It could take serious action against arrested members of Brigade Hamza, Eritrean opposition group. Thank you for watching.